It's no music, friend. It's no music. It's no music. Welcome to Fancy Sense, my personal finance and lifestyle channel. I started to help everyday people make it make sense. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can be a part of the Fancy Sense family. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload new content. And make sure you slap that like button because you're here and you might as well like it from the very beginning because I know you like my beautiful face. Excuse me, today I'm under the weather a little bit, so my voice sounds a little raspy, or if I keep sniffling or if I start to blow my nose, it's just the weather here in Georgia. It doesn't know whether it wants to be hot or cold, you know. Just doesn't know. So I'm adjusting, but welcome to Fancy Sense. It's story time, and everyone knows how much I love story time. I have a story for so many situations, and today we're going to be talking about how I almost went to jail shopping on Black Friday. I almost went to jail shopping on Black Friday. I'm going to give you all some tips and tricks on how to avoid going to jail on Black Friday, and I'm also going to provide you with some tips on how to win shopping on a holiday weekend. Like my shirt just, I don't know if it want to hang low or I don't know what they want to do. But anyway, let's get right into it. Going to jail on Black Friday is no fun. I can attest that I almost went to jail on Black Friday. I almost went to jail over a microwave. A $20 microwave almost sent me to jail on Black Friday, and ever since then I don't think I went shopping on Black Friday. But let's get into the story how it went down. I think it was like maybe about 6 years ago. I was getting ready to move to my first apartment, and I decided that I was going to go out in the hustle and bustle and shop on Black Friday. I had always been shopping on Black Friday. Me and my parents and my aunts, we used to go all the time, so I was familiar with shopping on Black Friday. I don't really like being around big crowds, so I try to avoid it. And I used to work in retail on Black Friday, so not necessarily a huge fan, but I wanted to get this deal because I was in college, and when you're in college and you need things and you get your first apartment, you're always trying to get the deal. So me and my mom and my sister, we went to Target. Target line was ridiculous. It had to be, I don't know, I would say it was probably 1,000 or more people out there. So I don't even know, looking back on it, I don't even know why I thought that I had even an opportunity or a chance to get the item I was looking for. So we get there right when they're about to open. I think they were still opening at 6 a.m. at this time before they start opening on Thanksgiving Day. So we get there right before they're about to open, and me and my mom and my sister, we go to the end of the line. Now the line is starting to go inside, so instead of us going to the very end of the line, well, instead of me, I'm a rebel, I decided to kind of ease in. So when I ease in, I'm telling my mom and my sister, like, hey, y'all, come on. So it's this couple that's like, they cut the line, and I'm like, I ain't cut the line. What you mean? I was here the whole time. You just never saw me. I said, nobody else is saying anything about me cut the line. What are you talking about? Just yelling at me, saying I need to get out of line. And me, I had a big ego back then. I was super arrogant. I was like, man, I ain't cut the line. Get out of my face. I was wrong, okay? So what ended up happening is they see a police officer and they're like, hey, she cut the line. And I'm like, whatever. So then the police officer comes over like, you got to get out the line. I'm like, so they cut the line. I didn't cut the line. Why I got to get out the line? You gonna believe their word over mine? It's 1,000 people out here. How do you know I cut the line? And he had the audacity to say, I saw them when they got in line. Now, earlier I mentioned it was 1,000 people out there. So I asked him, I said, you know them personally? He was like, no, I don't know them. So I said, you saw them get in line with 1,000 people out here? So he was like, get out of line. I said, I ain't going nowhere. Listen, this is how we lose our lives out here. So he was like, oh, you're not going anywhere? I said, no, I ain't going nowhere. So he walks off. And when he walks off, I think for about 5 seconds. And then I'm like, man, I don't want that microwave anyways. And then I just like, all right, I'm going to hear that. Needless to say, I got out of the line and I went home, and my sister said she will never go shopping with me on Black Friday again. And I really can't blame her because literally I was about to go to jail over a $20 microwave. Black Friday shopping gets real.
Push one of my kids, I will stab one of you mother.
Crazy since the start of the time. That's probably why they're opening up early. It's just not, it's not worth it. So the reason why I did this video is that I always have good stories, and story time is my favorite time. And I want to also provide tips and tricks and ways to optimize and win when shopping on Black Friday, because the dynamics of Black Friday has changed. And I also believe that you can, using my tips and tricks, you can get a whole lot better deals, and you can make your experience a whole lot better, and you can, most importantly, avoid going to jail. So let's talk about how do you win when shopping on Black Friday. Let's get into the first tip. The first tip is know what you want to purchase and try to find it online. Knowing what you want to purchase and finding it online is key, because now you can, most companies are already having sales. The sales are going on right now. If you go online right now, you already know what you want. You can probably find it online, and you can probably find it for a good deal. It's good to go ahead and buy it in advance, so that way you can avoid going into the store altogether. And by avoiding going into the store altogether, you avoid having to deal with the hassle of fighting with customers, and you also have to deal with arguing with customers and potentially going to jail. So knowing what you want and finding it online is like a super key. It's relevant to today, and I think for me, that's what I do now. Is I just go ahead and shop it. I make my list and I go ahead and buy online. The thing with shopping in stores on Black Friday is that typically companies bet on you coming into the store and purchasing more than what you came in for. They bet on you coming in and filling your basket with multiple items, because that's how they win on Black Friday. So if you're going to go in the store, already know what you want, so that way you can just go in and get what you want and get right on out. And if you really see something you want, just remember, always follow my rule of thumb. If you can't pay cash for it, don't buy it. And just wait until later on, because sales are always going on. Black Friday deals are not as great as the hype tries to make it seem. They mark things down super cheap, and then they also sell you other things that are maybe $4 or $5 cheaper, or if we're talking about percentages, very small percentage cheaper, just to make it seem like it's a deal. So optimize on shopping on Black Friday by knowing what you want to buy in advance and trying to find it online. And always remember, if you don't want to get out, there's always Cyber Monday. So shop on Cyber Monday if that's alright. So the next tip for maximizing and winning during the Black Friday shopping weekend or holiday weekend is to buy experiences instead of wants. So this year, when you're starting to generate your list, and most people I've known, they start doing that around Thanksgiving. When you sit down over dinner, ask your family members and your friends what type of experiences they would like to have, and invest in those things this holiday season instead of buying tangible items. Go out and buy something intangible. Get your loved ones a massage, a mani-pedi, get them tickets to a concert, something like that that creates a different type of value than actually going out and buying something tangible that they may not even remember that they got last year. I don't know how many gifts I've gotten over the years that they have provided an immediate value, but over time, maybe within like the first 30 to 90 days, I didn't even see as much value as I did in the beginning. So buying experiences is great. And what's really cool about this, it gives people the opportunity to sit down and think about things that they may want to do outside of things that they may want. So it gives them an opportunity to explore other options of trying to find value in their life. And it helps us be good stewards of the environment. The amount of waste that's generated during the Black Friday shopping holiday weekend is mind-blowing. I've attached a post below if you want to read more on the amount of waste that's generated during this weekend, and how much waste we just generate overall, because we are now hyper consumers. And if you want to try, if you're more interested in not being a hyper consumer, then definitely check out that post. Now let's get into the next tip and the last tip on how to maximize and win during the Black Friday holiday weekend. So the last and final tip to maximize shopping during Black Friday is to start a new tradition. Instead of buying everybody in the family a gift, how about we play Secret Santa and you only have to buy one gift? That limits you having to go out during Black Friday and trying to find sales so you can buy multiple gifts. Do something else. Make someone something. Make them a gift if you're creative. Bake them a cake. Bake them some cookies. Ask them over and cook dinner for them. Do something like that just to limit you having to go out and spend more money during Black Friday. And if you really want to be a good steward, then take the money that you would normally spend on Black Friday and maybe donate it to a family and let them decide how they want to use it during the Black Friday weekend and shop how they want to spend the money. And then that eliminates you having to go shopping all together. Black Friday has always been like a holiday in my family. I remember going shopping with my mom and my aunts for as long as I can remember. But at some point it kind of changed. And almost going to jail and me setting more intentions with my money allowed me to figure out ways to win during the Black Friday weekend, but also being able to enjoy the nostalgic feeling during Black Friday. Black Friday is always going to have some part of me because it just brings back so many great memories, good and bad, as I've shared here today. So I want to hear your stories. Comment below with stories you want to share. Follow me on Facebook. Write me on Facebook, social media at Fancy Cents, and tell me your experience with shopping on Black Friday. I want to hear all the good stuff, bad stuff. Make sure you comment with the tips that you really like that we discussed today. I'm Fancy. Thank you for watching Fancy Cents, where we make it make sense. Like I said, don't forget to follow me on your favorite social platform. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. Make sure you check out my blog, fancycents.com, where I'm always posting new financial tips, personal finance tips. And I have one final question as we go into Thanksgiving. Sweet potato or pumpkin pie? And don't serve no green bean casserole because we don't do that.